Did you call bank? I call game.
What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube? Back for another episode of Charge It to the Game Sports Podcast. As you can see, we got a very special guest in the building. It's Just Tait, baby. He's in the building with us. He's rocking with us.
Absolutely.
He's going to be chatting with us about a lot of things. Before we get started, everybody, if you're on the Apple Podcasts or Spotify platforms, make sure you subscribe. And then, obviously, if you're on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. But Just Tait, man, what's good with you, brother? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling blessed, man. I can't complain, man. Everything is everything. Staying safe through the pandemic and all. So, definitely can't complain there. Really, I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm feeling hurt.
Oh yeah, tell me about the baby.
I'm feeling hurt, man.
Off the rip. All right.
This is, listen, for y'all that don't know, I'm a Knicks fan. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also a Jets fan. So I live in Michigan, but my football and my basketball teams are in New York. You feel me? Which is weird.
New York,
but but about
Very
10 years
weird.
ago, right? Look, about 10 years ago, back when I was in high school, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
The Jets had a very solid team and a solid defense and a quarterback who was famous for a butt fumble, but the team was
Mark
excellent.
Sanchez. This team was
Okay.
nice.
The team was nice.
That was
all
that
right?
Rex Ryan led
That
team,
was
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
That was that Rex
the Bart
Ryan
Scott,
led defense
Can't
with
wait,
Bo
all that.
Scott and Darrell Revis and the whole
shit.
crew. Only,
He's
you know
sitting there
what?
with the towel.
You know what? You know what? You ain't have to come out here and disrespect me like that, man. You ain't have to
Man, he's a
disrespect
guest,
me like
man.
that.
He's a guest.
That's why y'all not gonna get out the north. Stop playing. That's why y'all not gonna get out the north.
That team has a special place in my heart as well.
That's wrong already.
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
that's why y'all not gonna get out the north. All right, I'm gonna just say that Cleveland gonna win it. All right, I'm calling it right now. All right. Anywho,
man.
so back when them teams was good and they was going to AFC championships, like I was in high school watching all of that. So it's like, oh man, the Jets is what is everybody sleeping on? They out here beating Tom Brady in the regular season, advancing the back-to-back AFC championship games. Everybody's still like, oh, they the Jets. What are you talking about? They cold. Rex Ryan, the cold coach. Still don't believe that. He should have lost his job, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But that, and then of course, like I'm a big Carmelo Anthony fan. Like that's
Right.
my favorite athlete. When it comes to like hooping or all time, I'll take him over LeBron any day, even though I know that LeBron is the GOAT.
Right,
I understand that. But
Obviously, yeah.
I'm still on Melo team. I'm still Team Melo. It is what it is. So when he left Denver to go to New York, I rode with my favorite athlete. And Melo been there. He was in New York for a while, like almost a decade. He was in New York. So, when he left, he was still my favorite player. I still follow where he went, but my heart still stayed with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Because I had dedicated so much time to him. So it's like, hey, I'm a Knicks fan and I'm a Jets fan for them two reasons. And of course, when it comes to hockey and baseball, I'm a Tigers fan and a Wings fan because, of course, I live in Michigan and I'm happy because my Tigers finally is getting it together with the young guys we got. We actually got an opportunity to sweep the Yankees recently, which was dope. And I was excited, especially from a young team that was losing all last year. And I've been sitting here seeing losers for the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years now. So, I'm happy. I'm in a good place in sports. You know what I mean? I'm finally seeing progress with my teams. And the Red Wings is the only ones that I'm like, Steve, you better get your people together. Because it ain't looking too good right now, man. Your plan it's not looking too hot right now. I want to see what happened in Tampa Bay. That's what I want to see. I want to see the reason why we hired you. We hired you to come in, make impact changes, and get us at least competitive in the Eastern Conference. I'm not saying we got to sit here and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not asking that. I'm just saying, can we at least be in the hunt? Can we at least shoot for a wild card? Can we? You know what I'm saying? Can we shoot
be
there?
competitive? Yeah.
That's it.
So did you see where he took on Tampa's salary cap room in a trade? And so Tampa's now in the finals, and they are technically
Yeah.
18 million over the salary cap. So all the other teams are complaining. He was an executive at Tampa. So he went from Tampa, went to Detroit. Then he did the trade with Tampa to take their salary cap, which would have put him way over. And then they circumvented the rules. So they're playing with a team that's really 18 million over the cap, and they could win they have a shot to win it all.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a mess.
It is a mess. Hey, just Tait. So tell me, bro. So me and you've been having a lot of conversations behind the scenes, brother. Absolutely. I gotta give you the floor right now. Tell me about the Knicks, man. Like, give me your opinion. Like I said, don't spend all day on it, but let's hear about the Knicks. Hey, the Knicks stepped up, man. I mean, y'all ain't had shit to really cheer about for a long ass time. I mean, the stadium's packed, MSG.
They sure celebrated that one playoff win like they won the championship.
Because we did. Because we did. Let me tell you something, okay? Because we did.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
All right. It was in MSG. We came back. We balled like we never balled before. Derrick Rose out there looking like MVP D Rose.
I'm a Detroit Piston fan.
He literally got a vote for MVP. One person voted for D Rose.
Now, tell me what happened to Julius Randle, bro? What happened to him?
Listen, I told y'all before the show, and I'm gonna tell everybody here. All right, don't be disrespecting the great late Kobe Bryant's name by talking and letting us hearing stories about how you learned this work ethic by you going to different hotels when you on the road and not going out to see your peoples, but go actually to the gym to go develop that work ethic to go be better.
Right.
Listen, man, I don't want to hear that when you shooting literally 22% in games. I don't want to hear that.
Right. It was a playoff game, but hey, you can't. Hey,
talk about the playoffs.
But he was much improved. I mean, you got to give him that.
Yeah, I'm about to say
most improved player. He won the award.
Most improved player, because I got to give it to him, bro. Because I mean, I was like, they rocking with that team with Julius Randle as their star. I mean, I wasn't questioning Tom Thibodeau. I knew Tom Thibodeau. His system he's incredible. Y'all won Coach of the Year. I mean, Tom's a monster, bro. Like what y'all accomplished with that
That's
team.
all I'm gonna say. Minnesota. Yeah. Look at Minnesota.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, y'all accomplished a lot with, a team like who was scoring, like RJ Barrett, trash. I mean, he's a nice defensive player. He's young. He got to develop that offensive game, man, because that dude can't hit the side of it. I mean, you know what I mean?
Side of a barn, you feel me?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of wild. But like I said, that team, man, what Tom Thibodeau did with that team and that defense,
they play hard. I mean, that's
hard,
the one thing. Knicks played hard.
You got nothing to be ashamed of, man. Like I said,
I will say this.
It was set up. They looked like shit before the season. You know what I mean? Like if you look at the team on paper,
they did.
So do you think Julius Randle's going to get a max contract now after this year?
They might. How old is he?
Because they got all the. So this is their issue. They got a ton of.
I know they got a ton of money. They got a ton of cap space. We got a ton of money. I'm not gonna hold you up. I really hope that we're able to swing this D Lillard trade. I ain't gonna hold you up. I would give up the whole slew of young players that we got just to pull D Lillard right now, win the championship.
You think
not even gonna hold you up?
You think Dame will go to New York?
If he get traded, it doesn't matter. It's a business. Why y'all act like
NBA is different?
He has say.
NBA is different.
He ain't gonna have no say. Please.
No, he definitely has.
Because he'll buy out contracts. It happens all the time.
So the interesting thing is going to be the tension in Portland now, because he publicly said, I wanted J. Kidd. And J. Kidd publicly said, I'm not interested in Portland. And so the rumor is,
respectfully,
Kidd probably wants Boston.
Yeah.
Or now with Indiana opening up, that's another spot.
He should go to Lakers to follow. Fire that coach. He's a scrub.
So Tate. So I'm gonna give you this.
You think Frank Vogel should be fired, Jay?
Yes, bro.
Frank Vogel, the Lakers coach.
Man. Yes, bro.
Come on,
rotation. What happened? You have a six. Wow. You have a six man on the. Like, no, you don't understand how horrible this coaching rotation was this playoff. I can't stress it enough.
But
Who did he have? He didn't have nobody else to go to.
Did you hear what they did?
Harrison.
No, when they
I thought there was something going on with him. When
they signed Drummond, they promised him he would be a starter throughout the season. That's the only reason he went to LA, and that was one of the stipulations. And so that's why at the end of the season, he was pissed because he didn't start the last game. But they started him the other 90% of the games because they promised him, if you come to LA, you're going to be the starting center.
Well, Trez going anyway. Trez, he already on Twitter and all of that. He's already
too.
He's going to be going. You know, I don't know what exactly happened or what shook out, but I mean, he's going to be going. But I don't think Frank should be fired. I mean, he just won the championship.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, LeBron won the championship. LeBron won a championship.
You still have some type of coaching.
Unless
LeBron didn't get coached.
Unless Bron says he wants Jay Kidd to be the coach, that's the only way.
Yeah.
But maybe Jay Kidd could be waiting on the Lakers. That's why he said no port.
I can see it.
Or Boston.
Nice.
I can see him in
Boston. Them or Boston. Yeah,
come back to the East Coast, and he's an East Coast guy. So come back and take over Boston.
Yeah,
look,
maybe I was a little bullish on Frank, but I feel like if you have Jay Kidd. You know what I'm saying? If J Kidd is in the win, I mean, I'm going for J Kidd.
Oh no. Let's move on to the football side of things. So today, football side, we're gonna chat a little bit about the Julio Jones trade. So, guys, what's your short and skinny one-liners on the Julio trade before we get to the NBA playoff breakdown? How you guys feeling about the Julio to the Titans, Joe? That's nice. You know?
Yeah, I mean, only giving up what did they give? A second and a fourth?
Yeah.
That is value. And then the quarterback Tannehill restructured his deal
to move in Julio.
Yeah. So that is, could you imagine? So you can't play the 8-9 man fronts for Derrick Henry anymore. Julio will break off the top. I mean, it's
AJ.
And AJ.
Yeah, and AJ. You know, shoot, how you feeling about it, Jay?
I mean, I like it, but how much is Julio going to play? You know, them injuries was a big.
You think he banged up?
I mean,
he's still banged up.
He faced a pretty decent amount of energy. I mean, injuries. You know what I'm saying?
He is ready. This is what he wanted. I mean, remember,
I'm happy for it.
Remember last year when what is it? AJ wore the Julio jersey in warmups and went through his whole warmups wearing a Julio jersey. Yeah. And he was like, "That's my role model, the guy I love." That's how I'm happy. That was a year ago.
I wonder who's gonna wear 11. That's what I wonder.
Oh no,
it's probably gonna be
AJ keeping it. So Julio said, I don't want it.
He rocking two now.
Yeah, he took two.
He rocking two.
I can dig it. I mean, I'm happy for it though. I like to see it.
What you think? What you think? How you think they feeling with the Julio jump?
Well, look, I told you earlier as we was, having our combos earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like the Titans knew that they had a window, and they saw that they had a window right now. Right. And they went to go make a right now move so that way they can do what they need to do to put themselves back in the position to get to the AFC Championship game. Yeah. And I feel like they did a very excellent job at executing that, especially understanding that Julio basically wrote his own ticket out of Atlanta. So they knew that they could get him little to nothing because he just needed to go. It was going to be a toxic situation. You had a new star tight end / receiver that you bringing into camp. You already got your next up and coming receiver that you already got there to kind of replace Julio. And he knew that when you drafted him, like he's not stupid, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's not like, you're losing much.
New coaching staff too.
Why not? Yeah, new coaching staff in Atlanta, new overall just shipping Atlanta now.
They're not ready to win
everything.
Now.
New GM, new everything.
Yep. Yeah. So when you look at all of that, I'm happy that Julio was put in a situation where he was able to win.
He can win.
It's kind of like how I feel about the Matthew Stafford situation because as much as it hates to see him leave just the Detroit community, I'm happy that he is finally in a position with a solid defense, a solid offensive line, and watch him actually be in an NFC Championship this upcoming season. I promise you.
Nice.
This dude then took too many trash teams down the wire to win football games for him not to be on an excellent team and not be great. That's what I don't think people really understand just how good Matt Stafford is because he's in Detroit.
No, he's nice because he's in Detroit.
People shit on him a lot though. Yeah. I've had those arguments. Trust me.
We're gonna see how you shake out this. I do got, depending on where they land, you know what I mean, it's gonna be them in Tampa. But for me on the Julio Jones, I just think that I think the Titans right now are the favorite, man. I mean, I just can't see nobody on that AFC side other than the Chiefs seriously having a shot, man. I mean, the Titans, that bigger, no, the offensive line, the Tennessee Titans offensive line is amazing. They bowl over people. I mean, I'm telling you, like, you got big Derrick Henry. You couldn't stop him.
Come down to Tannehill.
Hold up, no, you couldn't stop Derrick Henry with 8 in the box. Now you got to put the safety back because what are you gonna play one-on-one coverage against Julio and AJ Brown? You know what I mean? So
the issue it's gonna be Tannehill. If Tannehill plays bad,
I was leaning towards.
He got to do much now. He got no excuse. Yeah, Tannehill does not. Yeah, he has no excuse. But the thing is, I mean, if you look at it on paper, if Tannehill can recreate some of that production from last year, Tannehill, I say it all the time, he was in the MVP running. You know what I mean? Like he finished like 3rd or 4th in MVP running. I mean, and you got, like you said, King Henry in the backfield, one-on-ones on the outside. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Tennessee Titans, man. If that line is still at, I think it was like 10. Remember when we did that episode a few weeks ago where the Tennessee Titans wins total was 10?
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet my whole bank account they win 10 wins now.
Now, their issue is going to be on defense. Defensive backfields. I mean, if they score 30 and give up 33,
that defense is much improved, man. Like I said,
defense is good.
I think they got Caleb Farley. I'm telling you, now a lot of people are talking about him. To me, he's the number 1 corner in the draft. He fell because of that back injury. Yeah. If Caleb Farley did not have that back injury, he would have been number 1, a unanimous. He's better than the dude from Alabama. He's better than J.C. Horn. He's that lockdown 6'2". He's bigger than Jalen Ramsey. He's faster. I mean, this is a big dude. He looks like a safety. You know what I mean?
Because that was their
dude that can run.
That was their downfall. Their DBs were clueless.
Right.
I mean, every
and they brought in Janoris Jenkins, who's a veteran corner.
People running free left and right, all over the place.
Yeah,
I can run around.
I mean, Derrick Henry doing all that work, getting them taking 8 minutes off the clock, getting a touchdown, and then the defense come on board. 2 plays, 80-yard touchdown. We're 7-7. Let's go. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. To be fair, they was playing the Chiefs. I just want all of this to be understood. You have to also look at who they was playing.
Exactly.
It's not like they was playing a scrub. It's not like they was playing somebody who was just like, bottom of the barrel of the league. Nah, man, they played in the Super Bowl. Like it was their quarterback versus Tom Brady.
That was divisional round they lost. I mean, I mean they beat who they beat in the
Baltimore. They beat Baltimore.
They beat Baltimore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, smacked them.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, like I said, that was eventual, Super Bowl runner-up.
Lamar got a lot of yardage running, but again, he's not the passing. He couldn't take advantage of their weakness of their corners. Their corners were sitting out there like, "Come take me, come take me." And they got Patrick Mahomes. Just look at his chops, looking at those corners, thinking, "Oh, I love this."
Oh yeah.
So let me ask this. Ask this. When is the last time we seen? And the only reason I'm worried I'm side with Z on this. When the last time we seen the quarterback? Kind of like a subpar, solid quarterback win a Super Bowl ring. Because that's what Ryan Hill. Ryan Tannehill could be good.
Trent Dilfer with the Ravens. Dilfer.
He better than him,
right?
Tannehill way better than him.
He way better than Trent Dilfer. I'm sorry.
Tannehill was a top 10 quarterback.
Trent had a defense. That was the difference.
Defense.
Okay. Yeah. You say Tannehill's a top 10 quarterback?
Yeah, he's top 10 in the league, bro.
There've been some. You saying top 10 in the league right now?
Yeah, top 10. Yeah, in the league right now, he's a top 10 quarterback. I mean, I don't want to go down the list. I mean, right off the top of my head, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. I mean, who else out there? I mean, Lamar. I mean, then you got other guys, you know, Russell Wilson, Rodgers. I mean, Tannehill's after that. Is he better than? Is he better than Matt Ryan? Is he better than Ben Roethlisberger at this point in his career? I would put Big Ben ahead of him.
I'll put Big Ben,
possibly. But he's I can't say that he's not. Like I said, dude was in the MVP running last year. You know, and he's getting another weapon. You know,
another interesting fact, because I was reading where they were saying Mike Vrabel got traded from the Patriots to the Chiefs after his 14-15 season, and they said you were too expensive, you were too old, and they dumped him. And so that's one of the reasons why he wanted Julio. His old offensive coordinator is in Atlanta. A couple guys from the front office went with the offensive coordinator, are in Atlanta now. So it was a relationship deal. Nobody else really had a shot to get him based on those relationships. So he's just calling the guy who he gave a chance to be offensive coordinator. And the dude is the head coach in Atlanta, mainly because Vrabel gave him a shot in Tennessee. Yeah. And so the get back is we'll take a fourth round and a second round, and we'll give you Julio.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this before we move on, man. Hey, if you haven't already, audience, listen to the episode with Julio. I said it. I said if Julio goes to the Titans, they're a problem. I'm telling you, it's all on tape. I said it. I said he goes to them or the 49ers. Yeah, it's a problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. Huge problem. Shoot, let's move on and talk about this NBA playoff stuff, man. So, first matchup. Philly and Atlanta, man. So you've seen it firsthand. Or the Hawks kind of the Hawks ain't that nice, man. You hit the personal spot. Y'all showing off, man. Y'all not that nice.
It's too soon. It's too soon for it. We're dealing with the Hawks. It's a little too soon for that right now.
Yeah, so I mean, series is tied 1-1. I mean, the Hawks snuck a game one in there. I mean, they had a big, huge lead. And then Embiid, the boys came back and they held on for the win. Atlanta did. Game 2, bit different ball game. The boys came to play. Really jumped up to a big lead. Atlanta came back a little bit. And then, Thibault. And then, Philly closed the show. Now, Game 3 is going to be in Atlanta. I mean, I got a lot of people in Atlanta.
Atlanta don't lose at home. They haven't been losing at home the last month.
Now, how you guys feeling about this series, and how you feeling about this Game 3?
So you saw where they announced that Hunter's out for the season. So DeAndre Hunter is out for the season. So they announced that today, out for the year. Yep. So that's gonna be that. So he didn't play the first 2 games, so it had to be.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of other. I'm thinking of Collins. I'm thinking of,
so he got hurt versus the Knicks. I mean that's a big loss because he stretches the floor. He can hit threes. He's a good defender. The key
is RJ Barrett.
Yes.
He's supposed to be defense, right? Man.
But Atlanta's going home, and I mean they were almost unbeatable the last month of the season at home. I mean they're a totally different team with that crowd going crazy. Trae Young being Trae Young, doing his shimmy, hitting his half court shots. it's a different energy in Atlanta.
Yeah,
and so then this next game is going to be the key. Because if Atlanta wins Game 3, then it could be an issue. But Philly may have discovered something the fourth quarter of Game 1. And what they did was they stopped. So Atlanta was getting Embiid in the pick and roll over and over and over. And he stopped hedging hard on that pick and roll in the fourth quarter. And they came back. And so now, but it's a different animal because all the role players play better at home. So Atlanta might be strong at home.
Right. Shoot, man. I mean, how you feeling about it, Tate? How you feeling about it? So, like I said, you saw the Hawks firsthand being a Knicks fan, man. I mean, do you think they're that nice to take out the 76ers?
Listen, I'm not finna doubt Trae Young about nothing.
So you think he that cold, huh?
Listen, man. That's a young dude. This Trae Young, him and Donovan Mitchell came in the league at the same time. They were the same class, I believe.
Luka too.
Yeah, they was all part of the same class. This only their 4th year. Really, this is really only their 3rd year in the league. It's really their fourth, but I'm calling it third because everybody know what happened last year with the pandemic.
With the COVID,
okay, everybody get a 1 year grace period because we already know. Okay, so this is really their third season. Listen, man. Okay, this man can shoot from anywhere on the court. This man literally laughs in opponents' faces before he literally does what he does at home. I've seen him look at Spike Lee, shoot up a shot, and then go like this all the way down the court and be like, now let's get him. Listen, this man is nothing to play with when he gets hot. Y'all done heard of Devin Booker? Okay, guess what? Devin Booker don't pass the ball. Not for real. Trae Young passed the ball. If he wanted to go out there and get 55 points a game, he could. But dog, Trae Young is like what Drew Bledsoe was supposed to be. Okay?
Yeah.
You know how like he's able, how his vision is crazy like LeBron, and he's able to drive and do everything, because back in the day, for all y'all, young cats who, don't, before Drew Bledsoe was a scrub, he was actually supposed to actually be a decent player. And they used to call him Baby LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Because he would drive to the rack, and he was so powerful as a guard. He was a powerful guard. But Trae Young, because he's such a little guard, but he's big at the same time, he like throws people off because he's able to get inside like Steph Curry. But at the same token, he's able to get his teammates involved and average a triple-double just like Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? So he's such a scary player that you never know what you're going to get from him from each night. And just when you think that somebody got him figured out, y'all remember somebody back in the day who used to be like that? Allen Iverson.
Oh, yeah. Hold up now. Hold up. You said he's AI?
Whoa, flag
hold up now. You think he's AI?
Allen Iverson.
No.
Listen.
Listen.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not comparing it to an aspect of like Allen Iverson is like, or Trae Young is better than Allen Iverson. What I'm saying is the same way that AI was able to literally like flip that switch and go.
Oh, I feel you.
Trae Young is able to flip that switch and just be stepping over everybody and doing his thing and just step into like a zone where he just, you know what, y'all, I'm good. Set me a pick. Let me screen and roll. All right. Hey, look, Clint, I need you this time. Next time, just pop and, do what you do. And I'm going to just make him look stupid.
I'll say this.
Like, I literally saw them do this on the court.
Hold on. I'll say this. So for me, I get it. They got off. They made the Knicks look kind of bad. They brought them back down to reality real quick. The Knicks on paper, like they don't have a lot of scores. Now for me, I'm pretty sure you watch the show. You know how I feel about my man Embiid.
I know.
I mean, but the thing is, if you take with him being out, even against the Wizards,
is he gonna be healthy?
You know what I mean? They're a different team without Embiid. Like you run your offense, your defense through him. It's like you have to double team him. Now, now for the Trae Young part, Trae Young doesn't really scare me that much. You want to know why? He went off game 1, right? Game 2 he had 20 points. It's 20 points. Okay. Ben Simmons is an elite defender. In my opinion, he should have won Defensive Player of the Year.
He really should have. I will give you that one. I'll give you that one.
I give it Rudy Gobert, nice, all of that,
I'm with you on that. Ben Simmons got snubbed.
Ben Simmons got snubbed, man. I mean, he's a monster. Then you got Thibault, who's another solid perimeter defender. I think, like I said, that first game 1, it kind of shocked them, and B was fresh off an injury. I think the Sixers got something for him, man. The rest of the series, the way, I think, like I said, I mean, Embiid's put up 40 last game. He's like I said, the one guy that you can't stop. You know what I mean? There's no center, there's no power forward that in the NBA to me that can really hold him down. That can with him do all these different things. Now for the Hawks, and when I look at the Hawks, it's like they got nothing for Trae Young. I mean, to an extent, okay. If he scores 20, 30 points, okay. But what about the role guys?
No, Hawks depth. They're bench.
They don't got a lot of depth like that, man.
Especially at home.
They got depth.
They're bench at home.
Come on, Z. Hey, Z, let him know.
They got depth, Rom. They got depth.
You asked me about Trae Young.
I mean, you
ain't say the Hawks.
Now I want to hit who's their depth against the 76ers, bro. This ain't the Knicks
versus the 76ers bench. That's where they get the advantage.
They got Lou and who else?
They got Herder from Maryland. He
gosh.
comes in and hits
man.
threes.
The little shooter that can't dribble, can't handle the ball, can't do nothing.
He's averaging 16 a game off the bench. Just
I'm about to say.
A few games, bro. That's not gonna be sustainable. I'm telling you.
That wasn't a few games. They hot right now. This is what we're trying to get you to see. All right, Ron. Look, listen.
Especially
the Knicks got hot at the right time. And on top of that, it's not the same Hawks team. Nate McMillan has stepped into the fold.
I'll give you that. Nate McMillan is the outlier.
Nate McMillan is.
McMillan.
I don't know why I took him this long to get a job.
You saw Indiana fired Nate Bjorkman, who they hired to replace McMillan.
That's what. So my point.
Fired him today.
So let me say this before we move on to the next series. So you're telling me you got the Atlanta Hawks beating the 76ers in this series and moving on to the next round, the Eastern Conference Finals?
I don't. I got them. I got the Sixers winning.
You said all that just to
come on now.
That.
Listen, I'm not crazy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not crazy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not crazy.
Losing DeAndre Hunter hurts. That's 14
that's the reason, and you know what? That's the reason why I said that right 14, now. And it won't happen.
40% from three.
That's
14
crazy.
points a game, 40% from three.
Without him.
And so, but they do have home court now. They are an unbelievable team at home. Bogdanovich can't be stopped.
So you got the win in game three. Game three, you got the Hawks.
Philly got nothing on Bogdanovich. I mean, he's out there. They got all the little short guards trying to cover him. He's shooting 48% from three in this series. Because he's just shooting over everybody.
I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you. It's a different story. Now, Jay, how you tell? I ain't really heard from you a lot. Now, tell me. I got there. They said that Hawks game three, but my man Tate said they got 76ers winning the series. Now, how are you feeling about game three and the series?
76 winning the series, bro. Okay. They got too many top shelf talent. I think Atlanta's deep.
Embiid. What if Embiid gets hurt?
Hold up. Go ahead.
Oh, well, you know he's famous for that.
No, he didn't get hurt no more. Nah, he ain't getting hurt no more.
That's wishful thinking.
He ain't getting hurt no more. Hey, he better not get hurt no more, or they never win in another game. You know what I'm saying?
That's always the caveat out there. He's
his health,
one play away from being out. Yeah.
And I mean,
who's game three, Jay?
I got Atlanta coming out hot.
Okay.
I'm not going away from home, but they're not winning the series. Hell no.
All right. So game three, so it's 3-1. I got 76ers. All y'all three got Hawks.
They don't have to win another road game. Just win the games at home and they win the series.
Okay. All right, I got you. So next series, fellas. So let's chat a little bit about this Milwaukee Bucks and Brooklyn series. So 2-0. You know what I mean? Tonight, Thursday night, the 10th. They're playing now. What's the score right now, actually, fellas?
70-74.
70-74, right, close game. Who's up?
Yeah. Milwaukee.
Okay, so Milwaukee's making a game out of it. They're back at home. How you guys feeling about well, not this game, game 4 in Milwaukee and the series?
Well, I mean, that's gonna win the series.
Yeah.
Because what's really gonna happen? I think James Harden is sitting in the cut like, oh, do y'all need me? No? Oh,
I feel the same way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Same way. Yeah.
Come on now.
So
yeah,
it's it is what it is. It's fun to watch.
It's gonna follow the same pattern as the Celtics series. Game 3, Celtics won, and game 4, Nets came back, took control of the series.
Yeah, Nets did what net things do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think for me, I mean, with this series, like I said, I just think Jay, you brought up a good point. I just think James Harden's like, do you guys really need me to beat the Bucks? You know what I mean? Like, nah, probably not. So he's probably just gonna get his rest that hamstring. If it goes, if the Bucks do, tie the series up 2-2, I do think my man will take the warm-ups off. And
Kevin Durant,
put his cape on and come out there and start balling now.
KD with 2 buckets in 2 buckets in 8 seconds. It's a tie game now. Bucket, steal, bucket.
I say this, man. My man KD is.
Y'all know who I am.
Y'all know KD. Y'all didn't see it, but KD and PJ Tucker were beefing like hard.
When tonight?
Yeah. He was in his face. I try to read lips, but I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because they was going there.
I mean, sure. What is PJ gonna say to him? I mean, shit. I mean, Kevin Durant is giving it to him. This series, Kevin Durant is going off. He's giving him something like he's cooking dude. He's smashing Giannis. I mean, I was watching a play last game. He crossed dude up, drove to the basket, hit a reverse layup, all of that, man. I mean, KD's doing it all, man. I mean, he's on a mission.
It's gonna be nuts. This game has been Kyrie and KD. Just the stars have been just take over.
Yeah, the stars out there.
Everybody else. Except Brown, everybody else just get out the way. Get out the way. Let KD win this game. Get out the way.
I'm shouting on the Pistons every time I can, man, because I ain't got nothing to look forward to. You know, maybe make a jump like the Knicks next year. You know,
they can be nice in 2K. You can make them nice in 2K. I mean, hey,
look at Tate. Bro. Go ahead, Tate. Go ahead, talk your shit, bro.
Tell us about it, Tate. How you feeling about this series, babe? How you feeling about this Nets and Milwaukee series?
What series?
Yeah, right. You're right. Like I say, what series? I feel you.
What series? Come on now.
Now tell me, why do you, bro? Like I'll keep saying all the time, where is Chris Middleton? What are you doing, man? Are you supposed to be Giannis's, Robin? And Giannis is not really putting.
They're playing well tonight. I mean, Giannis got 31. Middleton got 27.
31, 12, 27, 13.
Look at game 1 and game 2.
Well, it's about consistency with Chris Middleton.
Exactly.
He's not consistent. Yeah. And then you want to go out here, pick up somebody like Drew Holiday and put him in the same situation he was just in with the Pelicans, and y'all sold him wolf tickets.
I mean, look at Giannis.
He had the same situation in New Orleans that he got right now.
But he's paid. At least
he's getting paid more.
He got that big contract.
So I mean, I guess how I feel, better about that too. If I'm losing, but still getting, a hell of a bag. It is what it is.
Yeah,
I guess whatever.
The way I looked at it, the Bucks, man. I mean, if they couldn't win with Middleton and what's my man Malcolm Brogdon, why would you win with Holiday and Middleton? Because I mean, Brogdon is a beast on the offensive end, and he plays decent defense. He's a way better ball handling scorer than Holiday. I like Drew, but he's not Malcolm on the offensive end. You know what I mean?
But he's two-way.
But at that time they were capped out, and they had to save money to give Giannis the supermax, and so it was, and then they overpaid Middleton to stay, which was ridiculous.
He's definitely overpaid. He got to show up for him. Yeah, man. I mean
Middleton is a max player now. They got 3 max players in Milwaukee because they can't get free agents in Milwaukee, so you got to pay your own guys.
Right.
That's the only way they can get. I mean, issue for them tonight. Giannis is 1 for 7 from 3. He needs to stop shooting 3-point shots. I mean,
he got to go down in the paint. That's the only way.
I have no idea why he settles for threes.
Yeah,
1 for 7.
Yeah, let's move on and talk about this Utah and Clippers series. So, game 1, I mean, Utah. I mean, the first half, I mean, it was neck and neck. I mean, nobody was really scoring much of anything. I mean, second half, Donovan Mitchell gave it to him. Okay, dropped 45 on them boys. Cook PG, Cook Kawhi. You know what I mean? I mean, late down the stretch in the game, talking to D Wade, all of that. I mean, just gave it to him and closed the show. Even though Clippers did come back a little bit at the end. Now I'm asking, they had a chance to tie the game up with a 3. I mean, I saw the little exchange with, I think, PG, and then pass the ball to Kawhi, and then Kawhi, you pass it to Marcus Morris to get a shot block. Like, what are you thinking? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't touch him, Morris. Trust him, Morris.
PG had an open shot he didn't take though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, PG
had the shot
exactly, and that's the thing why the Clippers scared me because PG, man, you supposed to be stepping up. I think he had like 13. Well, he finished the game with like 19 points at the end of the day. Yeah. He had a horrible shooting.
Shooting. I mean, horrible.
Shooting. He was like 6 for like 20.
Yeah,
25 or something.
I need that for a bet to push them into my money. I appreciate you.
Playoff P?
Yeah, bring playoff P because I need my bread. All right.
Did you see that meme going around where they got Kawhi sitting next to Paul George looking at him with a frown on his face, and it says, "Now tell me why they call you playoff P."
Hey, my man ain't really showed me shit so far. Like, you sitting out there, bro. Like, you really gotta go at Cat. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, this dude
lines up from 3. He gotta drive the ball.
He was 4 4 for 17 on that game and 3 from 8 from 3. 4 for 17 shooting.
Yeah, they're not gonna win like that. And the thing is, Kawhi got going late. Like, you can't rely too much on Kawhi. Kawhi can go out there and get what he wants. Okay,
Kawhi's efficient. 9 for 19. Kawhi's,
but he needs to shoot a little more.
He's gonna be Kawhi,
But PG, man, you gotta step up, man. You gotta, like, Kawhi needs your help if you're gonna get through this series, because I mean Utah is a very balanced team. I mean, the Clippers could have won game 1. They played horrible. They played tonight. I mean, if
Paul George on defense is the problem too. Luka cooked him, and Donovan Mitchell cooked him.
Right.
I mean, it's the same formula. I mean,
and
Kawhi and Paul George are supposed to be elite wing defenders,
right?
Not to Luka, not to Donovan Mitchell. I mean, they're 46.
I just want to put emphasis that we didn't talk about everybody that's popping right now from that entire class. I just want to throw that out.
You heard me say that class is tough.
Listen. That's the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying about Trae Young. That's the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Cycle back to Trae.
I'm just saying.
I'll give it to him.
I'm just saying. You got to look out for these young guys. It's not listen. Before, you would have to let a young guy develop. Okay. These dudes is coming in with just after 2-3 years in the league, man. They stars, man. Look at Jason Tatum. Who really saw Jason Tatum blowing up like that when he was in Duke?
Maybe not Duke. I was high on him on the draft.
Yeah,
I was high on him on the draft.
He was
really high on the draft. So Duke,
Danny Ainge making that trade.
You know what I'm saying? Saying? Like, so it's just amazing to see how quick these guys rapidly grow. And it's like it's hard to doubt these kids, man. It is. It's hard to doubt them. Like, what makes you not want to root for Trae Young? Come on now. Come on now.
I'll say this, but today the thing I look at it, and we're probably gonna talk about it in a later show. Now, one thing I do not like, and like I said, I'm a young dude. I'm not even 30 yet. But at the same time, today's NBA, it's so easy to score. Points is nothing to me. Like, points is nothing. Dudes be like, foul. And then go to the line. You know what I mean? Today's NBA is so fucking soft. Like, it's only a handful of dudes I really respect out here, because these dudes, man, be actors, man. There's sometimes I just hate watching the game, because I hate Marcus Smart. I hate dudes like him, man. You just be flopping all over the fucking place, man. Like, play ball. You know what I mean? Like, you complete trash, brother. Like, you just be out there flopping. And, I just don't like today's game, because you can score easily 20 points a night from the foul line. You know what I mean? Like, with my man's, like I said, and we're going to chat a little bit more about it, on other shows with the Jordan and LeBron debate. LeBron's, actors, man. Like, Jordan never did that shit, man. He didn't go there and crying for fouls and shit. He didn't do that. He didn't. AZ, did he? Like I said, you older than me. Did he? Yeah. Did Jordan do that? Did Mike do that?
They had the Jordan rules where he hit the ground. If he jumped, he hit the ground. Yeah. And that was Detroit's Jordan rules.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh man! And then nowadays,
yeah.
But then he overcame it, took advantage. Said, okay, got stronger, got bigger. Nowadays, Trae Young will dribble, slow down, let you hit his back. Oh, throw it up, get the 3-point play.
That's the stuff I don't like. I said, I respect that he's a very gifted scorer in today's NBA. Now, if he played in the 80s era, Joe Dumars and they'll smash little dude. You know what I mean? It's a little ass dude. You couldn't play that small back then. You have to have some heart for it.
It's almost impossible to play D on him, because he can shoot it from damn near half court. He can blow by you, stop, pick up a foul, and make every layup over and over and over. They just keep doing the pick and roll, and then if you come and check him, he'll toss it up to Capella for dunks.
Yeah,
And
I'll say this. So for that series, to get back on track, for the Utah and Clippers, who do you guys got winning the series? It's close.
It is close.
Utah. It's not even close, man.
You got Utah?
I got Utah. The reason why is the man that we just mentioned, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, okay? Donovan Mitchell, yeah.
When he flipped that switch, bruh, come on, man. Like, it's almost Dame Lillard like. Like, it's crazy when he goes off his passes. So, I can't doubt that.
I feel you.
And with their team, they surrounded him with shooters. They go 10 deep.
He got a squad, even without Mike Conley tonight. And they don't have Mike Conley tonight either. So remember
and that's
that.
the thing. Yeah.
And in the first half, the adjustment without Mike Conley was the hard part because Mitchell was basically playing point.
Right.
Yeah.
But then in the second half, he
took off.
Started doing the Luka. It was like they watched that Luka tape.
Doing the Luka. I like that. That's the thing, man.
I was like,
So come on, man. It's better thing, bro. Luka.
Oh no, I know about Luka. Yeah, I said Luka's cold. So Z, so you got Utah winning the series.
Tonight's the biggest game of the series. If the Clippers lose tonight, it's over.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But they're on the road though.
They're on the road, yeah. But down 2-0.
I feel you though. I feel you.
It's the Clippers issues. They don't have a normal rotation. Like sometimes their bench switches out. Yeah, sometimes
he goes like how he's feeling.
people who didn't play at all last year, like Kennard, got 0 minutes against Dallas.
He played last night though. I mean, not
it's
not their rotation. They don't have a leader, man. Like they don't have a true closer to just step up and be like, "Yo, I'm here." Like I don't care what nobody says. Kawhi Leonard is not a closer. Okay, he's not a closer.
I can't
all right, point blank. Listen, he ain't no real closer. He is an option. So he is a great number 2. Don't get it twisted. I would love to see him in Portland. Well, I don't see him as number 1. I would love to see him in Portland, though. I feel like that would be real dope.
He proved it.
He was definitely number 1. Yeah, he's definitely not number 2. He proved that.
I don't feel like he's a number 1. I really don't. Think about it.
He did in Toronto.
Okay, Rome, watch this. And you with Embiid, right? Was that a good shot or was that a fluke? Be honest.
What do you mean?
The shot that sent y'all to the crib. Was that year that he won his ring? Was that he hit on your boy? Right? was that a fluke shot or was that a legit shot?
Fluke shot. I'll give it to you. You know what I mean?
Okay, then. So look, watch this. If he don't hit that shot, we're not even having this conversation. And Skip Bayless is still talking junk. You see what I'm saying? That ain't no different than what happened with LeBron and his fluke shot over Steph Curry. And I don't care what nobody say. That was a fluke shot also. Right. Bron, you don't shoot.
But it happened.
It did happen, but it don't mean. And so did Kawhi Leonard's shot. And there goes my point.
Yeah.
Things like that are going to happen, but that don't mean that he's a number 1.
You got to.
But he was the backbone of it.
Yeah, there are people that believe that Kawhi is not a true closer. Like he believes Kawhi is not a true closer.
I'll give you that, but not a number 1 option.
Just remember the finals. The finals. What he did in the finals. He carried them. He carried Toronto. I mean, it literally carried them to a championship.
I think for me, I've seen enough of Kawhi to say he's a number 1. But now down the stretch, though, where I do agree with Tate is like putting the ball in his hands. He is efficient, but sometimes, like last game, he didn't close the show. You passing the ball to Marcus Morris to get his shot blocked. He thrown back.
He made the right play. That was Paul George's mistake. Paul George had a wide open shot.
Yeah, he made the right move. That was Paul George.
Yeah, you're Kawhi Leonard, bro. He had the ball. Kawhi Leonard.
No, he had it, but when he
passed the ball to Marcus Morris, Kawhi Leonard did.
No, because the big man rushed at him. So yeah, he could have forced
the
shot.
Should have cooked his sloppy ass, man. But and if you Kawhi Leonard, you know what I mean.
Look, LeBron does the same thing. He gets.
But I know how LeBron gets passive and some,
LeBron he can't get brought up in the same conversation. The reason why is because everybody knows that LeBron is a pass first player. Right. He said repeatedly what type of player he is. He's a pass first player. Right. So I'm not going to sit up here and judge LeBron for dishing it off to somebody in the corner that's open because guess what? He already told me off front. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I do. But it's gonna be the right decision. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the right decision.
So regardless, when we have a player that makes the right decision, we chastise him? Because he definitely made the right decision passing.
Who? Kawhi?
Look. Yeah, because guess what? You know how much he was eating? Who was open? Kawhi?
Marcus Morris.
No, it was Rudy who rotated over. He was open.
Yeah,
he didn't hesitate. He hesitated.
Marcus Morris.
Yeah, he's pumping.
Marcus Morris. Yeah, like come on, man.
That's what he did. Hesitate, I'm like, are you kidding me? And this the dude. He hit 6 threes in Game 7.
Again, you are Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, you see what he's saying though? Like, yeah, you supposed to close the show.
Hold on. So wait. So we were looking at the same.
Than whatever 3 for 8.
I don't look at LeBron and Kawhi the same. Like, there's no way. They're not on the same level. Like, LeBron is one of the best players of all time. Like, Kawhi Leonard is a great player in today's NBA. He's not an all-timer, you know.
I mean, right, but I'm just saying,
if he gets another title, you'll be seeing a guy with 4. If Kawhi gets another title, I mean, you'll see him with 4 rings. That's kind of crazy. That's impressive.
But I'm gonna say
he ain't no all-timer though.
I mean,
4 rings. I don't know how many Defensive Player of the Year though he's won. I mean, he
ain't up there.
He had a run in San Antonio.
So let me ask you this.
But I don't think he's going to get another ring.
So you putting him up there with Kobe then? If you talking rings?
No, not. I mean, he's not going to get it this year. He picked the wrong sidekick. I mean, you pick playoff tragic P, and then
playoff tragic P.
You have no shot. I mean, it's just
yeah.
He should have gone to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Been with LeBron and AD because that almost happened.
The same treatment as Westbrook for Paul George.
That's
how I'm going.
Man can't shoot. You talking about PG can't shoot. Westbrook can't shoot.
PG. No, you're not getting the ring with PG on your squad. You're not getting the ring with Russell Westbrook on your squad.
No, hey, give me PG. I'd rather have PG.
So I saw a stat of the people with the worst shooting percentages in the playoffs in the last 30 years. Number 1 was Paul George. Westbrook was 5th. But
see, exactly.
Yeah, number 1 was Paul George. They were like, he was shooting, I think it was 23% in his playoff career.
Man, let's move on. Hold on.
The absolute worst out of everybody.
Let's talk about this last series. So Suns, baby. So Suns in Denver, 2-0. Yeah. Like I said, it's short and sweet. I mean, they might even mess around and sweep these dudes, right? Like Suns. I mean, they got nothing for my boys. You know what I mean? With like I said, with Murray. With Murray being out, I mean, Denver's just out there balling. There's nothing they can do, man. I mean, they got the Suns are hot. I mean, Miles Bridges is giving it to him. I mean, Ayton, CP3, Booker, I mean, is out there baking dudes. You know, I mean, how you guys feeling about this series before we move on to bets?
Hey, that man was really in the gym training with Kobe.
He was really in the gym.
You feel me? That's what somebody training with Kobe is supposed to look like. You know
exactly.
R.I.P. to the late great.
That's the finished product. He must have been in there for like an hour and Devin Booker stayed for 3 hours, right?
Yeah, probably so. Whatever happened, I tell you what, whatever did happen, Julius Randle better be linking with D Book as soon as the season over. Like, bro, I don't know what you be doing, but I missed a lesson and I need to go get it.
Right. He was sick that day.
And shout out to the Suns though for doing their thing.
The gift they got from the Sixers, the draft day trading Mikal Bridges for I forgot who they got, a guy who's not even in the league anymore, to Philly on draft day. And Mikal Bridges his mother was the VP of HR for the Sixers.
Man. Michael Bridges, he's really growing on me, man. I knew he was solid. I wasn't expecting him to really show up in the playoffs like that, but he's really giving them a solid option on the offensive end to go to, man. He plays solid defense.
They drafted him, and then they traded him for Zaire Smith.
Who? Zaire Smith.
And I'll never forget that draft night. They draft him. They go to the Sixers war room. His mom is going crazy about he's staying home. He's coming from Villanova. She's an executive with the Sixers. And then 5 minutes later, there has been a trade. And they traded him to Phoenix for Zaire Smith. The almost tears in her eyes sitting there watching that. And I was like, wow. And here we are years later, and Bridges is a star, and Smith is not in the league anymore.
That's a mess.
Yeah,
man.
too injury prone.
Yeah, this series is a wash, man. Like, Suns might even mess around and sweep. I don't even think Denver can get one on them. I don't even think they can pull off one.
Think about being
tired. You're right.
Sacramento taking Bagley instead of Luka, instead of Trae Young, instead of Donovan Mitchell.
I feel so sorry for them. You know what I mean?
At least
Like,
even Aiton's at least balling for the Suns right now.
Right.
So you could justify that as well. But
And
number 2 pick, Marvin Bagley. And other than Mo Bamba in Orlando, everybody else has been either an all-star or borderline all-star who was picked after him.
Man, it just goes to show you, man. Sometimes you gotta get these drafts right, man. And otherwise, it's gonna set your franchise back like it has for, Sacramento.
Oh,
so, man.
Shout out to the Knicks for finally getting some stuff right over the last, 2 drafts too.
Yeah, man. They've really been doing that thing.
Oh my gosh.
The Knicks got nothing. They got nothing to be ashamed of, man. That team paper is trash. Tom Thibodeau did an amazing job. That's why he won Coach of the Year. Like I said, they have one of the worst teams in the league on paper, bro.
And Quigley's a nice young player too this year.
Quigley's nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait to see how he develops.
How you feel about Toppin?
I was gonna just ask you that. Now, Tate, I gotta hear from you, babe. How do you feel about Obi? Because I think his big lumbering Bigfoot ass is some shit right now. He needed to get
I'm gonna be honest. I love Obi. You know who Obi reminds me of? Ain't nobody gonna understand this, but watch this. It's a player that's on the Knicks right now who's really old veteran presence.
Taj Gibson.
Obi reminds me of a young Taj Gibson. They got that same explosiveness. They got that same.
Taj is aggressive. I'll give him that.
I feel like Obi Toppin doesn't get enough PT to get aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't get enough time on the court to get aggressive about nothing. He still happy to be playing at the crib at MSG every time he step on the court. You feel me? So once that excitement of him being back home kind of fade away a little bit, and he's able to really settle in to what Tom Thibodeau does in the Tom Thibodeau system. Bruh, he just found himself another Taj Gibson. Everybody is sitting here tripping like, outside of New York, because we all saw the vision. We all knew what the deal was because, we get an exciting high flyer like that to run up the court and do some things. It's like our broke man version of Zion Williamson. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that, except he can actually shoot a little bit better to some degree than, well, I'm not going to say that because Zion be shooting that thing when he really get hot. But in terms of the explosiveness, in terms of getting up and down, in terms of the bounce, he replicates that in my opinion. So I love the move. I felt like having a young core and having a good solid dude with those intangibles that can be mentored by Taj Gibson right now. I felt like that was an awesome move for the Knicks.
That was a great take. I'll give you that, man. I did not see that coming. When you was like, you actually liked it, I was like, how is he going to flip this? That is a great take. I can see Obi turn into a Taj because Taj in his heyday, he was giving you 12 to 14.
Yes, solid.
A double-double. Yeah, solid play. He wasn't elite.
Think about 08-09 Taj.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he can turn into that now, that's solid because he was a big part of that Bulls team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, with the rebounds and with the screen and rolls
with him and Joakim. Yeah, and then you got to remember, when we played Atlanta, everybody sleep. It wasn't just Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. They had Mitchell Robinson too. We didn't have Mitchell Robinson in the playoffs. Mitchell Robinson is a crucial young center who's young, energetic, gives us life. He's also an energetic rebounder. He'll come in and give us a double-double or at least a 9 and 8 performance on a pretty consistent basis. Having key components like that is other people that can just kind of bang with John Collins, who can jump out the gym to some degree and get boards. You need players like that. So the Knicks really didn't have a lot of key components that they really needed to kind of show the same team, I guess, if you want to call it, that they had in the regular season when they played the Hawks, because they played the Hawks early before they, the Nate McMillan took over. Right. So you know what I'm saying? It's like when they swept in the regular season, they was discombobulated all over the place. Trae Young was still being Trae Young, but at the same token, it wasn't all there. You know what I'm saying? So now you have a full on-scale Atlanta team with a solid coach who knows what he's doing, who's a proven winner in the league against a broken up Knicks team who just fought their way basically to maintain the 4th spot in the East to just have a playoff spot. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's just my take on that.
To the Knicks, they had a solid season, man. So let's move on and close out the show with the best, babe. So, man, we got a lot of good games to go. So, what do you guys looking at on the betting side of things? Anything you got for anybody?
You know me, I've been just doing baseball.
What's your baseball bets? Like I say, go ahead, babe. Even though we talk basketball, you still give your baseball. You know,
I've been doing a lot of team totals. You know what I'm saying? So it's been Red Sox been crushing it with the totals. Miami been crushing it with the totals. White Sox been crushing it with totals. So I'm just riding that wave. Also, Milwaukee, they've been crushing their totals
Milwaukee
too. Team
Brewers,
totals.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, it's panning out how it is, how it's supposed to be. Besides the Royals, watch out for the Royals. They're frauds when it comes to team totals. They will fuck you. All right, they will.
Man, you must have lost some money on that one.
For real, he made that sound personal.
Yeah, man. So, man, I lost a lot of money.
You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day, man.
Oh wow,
you know.
Say, oh wow.
Yeah. Tate, you do bets, man.
I'm gonna be honest, man. As I really want to get into it, so like I've been trying to like slowly educate myself. Honestly, like me just being 27, married, like I'm blessed because I got like my family. I got my oldest daughter, she 4. My twins, they're 1.
Congrats.
They'll be 2 at the end of the year, and my son will be here at the end of October. So it's like money. I got that right now to be just blowing and blowing and blowing on folk who don't want to step up to the plate and do what I need them to. I ain't got it.
Yeah,
that's pull up money.
I believe you. Believe me. I know what you mean, bro. Hey, I believe me. I know exactly what you mean. Like you said, sometimes you got to watch these. I don't really go heavy until it's playoff time or it's football season. Now, football, I punish you. Now, basketball, I don't really go like that until playoff times because them dudes play hard. Like I said, during the season, the guys be sitting out due to rest, and they don't really play hard every night.
Yeah.
But playoff time and football, like football, you got to play every game. Every game matters. NBA, you can lose in first half of the season after the All-Star break and end up in first or second place.
Right. Yeah.
But shoot, Z, what you looking at? Any bets you looking at?
So my first thing is Game 4, Brooklyn over Milwaukee. So Milwaukee wins Game 3 in the most ridiculous fashion imaginable, having Bruce Brown take the last 2 shots for Brooklyn instead of Durant or Kyrie, and they lose by 3. So I'm sitting there thinking, how does Bruce Brown get the last 2 shots?
Because they was pressing Kevin Durant out. The last few, they was pressing him out.
Yeah. So last 2 possessions, they went to Bruce Brown, who missed 2 layups, and they lose 86-83. So they will win Game 4. This is going to be a bad taste. You're going to be stuck in Milwaukee. Not much to do in Milwaukee until Sunday. The game is not till Sunday. So they
just finished. They literally just finished. So that leads me into my bet. So Game 4, the Nets, like my man Z said, they lost a horrible, ugly game and only put up 83 points. The Nets did. When is the game going to be? What is it?
Sunday.
Sunday? Man.
So they got all those the whole weekend to sit in a hotel room in Milwaukee.
I'm telling you. And KD and Kyrie, them dudes just going to be plotting. I'm telling you. I wouldn't even be surprised if James Harden showed his face in the building for that one, because he's healthy now. But for me, Game 4, the Nets punish that, and they're gonna be plus points. Like I won the night. I took the Nets plus 3.5. I covered. I won my money.
Wow.
But you're getting
I took an L on that.
Look, you're getting the Nets with plus points. You take that, like regardless, even if you lose.
Vegas cleaned up tonight because everybody took either Nets money line or they took Bucks minus 3.5.
Now,
it fell right in the middle, so Vegas won everything.
Vegas took me tonight, and I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah, God. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, take the Nets. Take the Nets Game 4. Either money line or plus the points. I'm telling you, put big bread on. I'm telling you, when have I served you guys wrong? Listen to all my bets. I'm telling you, Ray. I'm telling you, if you listen to the show when I get to the best portion, I don't play with my money, and I don't play with anybody else's money, babe. Okay, I'm telling you one thing: you can count on me.
Tonight's game, if you're a numbers guy, is a great education for you. So 80% of the bets were on Brooklyn, but the line never moved. Vegas left it at plus 3.5.
Yep.
So that meant Vegas believed that the game would end up Milwaukee winning by less than 3.5. So even though 80% of the money is on Brooklyn money line, they never touch that line. And so that when you see that, take Milwaukee. Yep. What happens? It's a 3-point game. So Vegas wins both sides. The minus 3.5s lose. The Brooklyn money lines lose. And the sharps who took the middle got paid.
Yeah. Game 4, man, like I said, game 4, fellas, listen. I'm telling you, if you listen to this, I'm telling you, you're gonna make a lot of money.
Brooklyn, I'm a killer.
Game 4, I'm a kill him.
Oh yeah, I'm kill him. I'm gonna have to call you because when you got to talk because our man is out of town. So I'm gonna have to send you maybe Brooklyn, a band or something.
I'm telling you, they're not gonna lose. They're not gonna allow Milwaukee to top 2-2 with them. It's the same, like Z was talking earlier, the same Boston situation. Game 3. Boston won. Tatum went off. Made KD look bad. I'm telling you, game 4, KD, Kyrie, them boys not losing. Also, look at Phoenix. Game 3, they're gonna be plus points on the road. Denver got nothing for them. All right. So, hey, that concludes our show. Be sure to subscribe on all major platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube channel. Hit the like button, subscribe. Also, next show, very special guest in the building. Laurencia Moten, beautiful ballers, content creator, model, former Division I college basketball player, is going to be joining us, talking a lot of things, but what she's doing now, even some NBA action. You never know. So until then, we'll see you next show. Peace.